Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Drew,
And I'm Yi.
and this video is about our co-production of Kingdom Star. Kingdom Star is a webcomic that both of us do. So we're going to do the regular banter back and forth. So Yi, can you give the audience what is Kingdom Star?
It is a webcomic, obviously, which is fantasy type characters set in a more sci-fi world. They are essentially nomads that, how long did we say, about several centuries before, got shunted onto this planet as their own one was destroyed, and have survived using what they managed to salvage on the planet. And we're following 3 of the characters in that.
Right, okay.
And their fun adventures.
So currently we're working on Chapter 1 of Kingdom Star. Today, Wednesday the 14th, January 2015, is the release of page 30. So this chapter is in the region of 50 pages, and it follows mostly 3 characters. Yi, do you want to give an explanation about these 3 characters at all?
Yeah, sure. We've got Joanna, essentially she's a paladin, elf, light elf.
Light elf.
We've gone with some of our own races and things like that. Some are recognisable because, we take inspiration from other places. Why not? Everyone else rips off Tolkien all the time. So we've got Joanna, a paladin light elf, who works for the local police force. We've got Sunny, who's a Kumao, which are a panda-based race, taken from the Chinese for panda, I think it is, that translates to cat bear. She's an elemental user, though we don't see much of that, because she's mainly based using her profession as an engineer. And we've also got Harry, who is essentially a werewolf, though called a Fenris. They are just big furry wolf things that sound very dapper and British and like top hats.
Especially Harry. So one thing that Yi hasn't covered, which I think is a nice thing to do. So the world that the plot is set in is known, and this is the first time we ever announce it, Velen Shah. And the world is of an artificial construct where the citizens don't live on the surface, the crust, the circumference of the planet. Instead, they live on tiers that slice through the planet, and they are perpendicular to the poles. Primarily, they live on Terrace 3, both hull and deck side, but the adventure that happens mostly for Chapter 1 is on Terrace 1. Right, okay. Next question. Why are we doing this?
We wanted to make a webcomic, simple as. We've made several attempts at this, and it's one of those things where life has just gotten in the way. The first one we attempted was back when I was doing my undergrad.
Yeah, we were both doing our undergrads then.
Yeah, and those got in the way. Then work got in the way, and then I went back to uni and we started this again. And then uni got in the way, and we went on a bit of a hiatus. Aha.
Quite a long one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I would say the reason why I want to do this is actually because I love to entertain. I love to come up with really interesting stories for people to enjoy. And and I love working with Yi. She's an incredibly talented illustrator and one of the most creative people that I know.
Yeah, see, I like making stories. I am just not the best at putting them on paper and making it make sense. In my ideal world, everyone would communicate via pictograms.
I'd also like to point out at this point, we've had several instances where people say, this is Xeno's webcomic or this is Yi's webcomic. It's like, no, this is our webcomic. We work on this together. It is ours.
Yeah. We've both developed the world. We've both developed the characters, and we're developing the background and the lore together. Yes, Xeno writes the words. I act very much as an editor.
Yeah.
Which means I get to, I do get to every now and again scrunch pieces of paper up and throw them at his head.
Yes, I write the plot, but the plot is derived from both of us. You know, so I write the words onto the script, but we decide what is happening together, right? Okay. Yeah. So we love to entertain, right? What do we hope to achieve with Kingdom Star?
We want to create a world that people like, that people can enjoy, and hopefully something that we can expand so that it goes outside of the comic. Who knows where it could go? It could go anywhere, but it'd be nice to have a nice universe that we can just go, right, we've finished with these 3 characters. Let's look at somebody from the other side of the terraces that we have had no connection with before, but you can still relate back to it because you can see the similarities. They're in the same world, they're in the same place. Similar things are going on in the background that were going on in the background of the adventures of Joanna, Harry, and Sunny.
Also, I feel a big passion for both of us is that we want to create something that the readers can and want to fall in love with. You know, something that they're chomping at the bit to find out what happens next.
Find out what's happened next, and characters that, well, maybe they can relate to. I will happily sit there and if Sunny is a lot like myself. Some of her reactions and things are taken, and expressions, from me.
Okay, so so what are our fears?
That no one likes it? That would be a bit of a bummer.
That would be a bit of a bummer. But no one has actually turned around and said right now, it's like, oh, she's terrible. So that's not too much of our fears right now.
Just wait until we end up wading into bits of the internet we don't mean to. That'll just be wrong.
You mean like Reddit? Sorry. Okay, so legitimately, some of our fears is actually real life getting in the way. The comic having to take a back seat. We've already seen this, unfortunately, due to university work. And now that Yi has semi-finished university...
I've handed it in.
You've handed it in, just waiting for a result. We don't want Kingdom Star to fall on its laurels. You know, we want it to keep pushing on. And our plan is for Kingdom Star to come out weekly every Wednesday.
I'm in the process of building up a backlog as much as I can. I mean, yes, I've graduated, I have just started a part-time job, but there's a reason it's a part-time job. It's so I have time to do this sort of stuff.
Okay. So, why are we creating this video?
Well, to make people know about us.
Yeah.
We are trying to get the word out about ourselves. We want people to know who we are. We want people to come read it and then tell people about it. You know, even if you don't like it, tell them it sucks and go and get people to point and laugh at it. Those people may enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then go and tell other people that they like it.
Becoming famous instantly is, to me, not gratifying. I want to work for our reward. You know, I don't want to just go, bam, give me all your money. You know, that's, you know, I don't want to cheapen the value of Kingdom Star in the slightest. But the purpose of this video is to bring up general awareness. Additionally, there are many different ways to actually show your support for Kingdom Star. One is the Facebook group. We actually have a Facebook group. We have a Twitter account for Kingdom Star. We have a Google Plus account.
We're also on Elo if you're there. Well, we will be.
We will be. If you want to either talk to myself or Yi, you can via our Twitters. All these links and everything will be in the description below. Yeah,
I mean we're always around. We're hopefully friendly. But yeah, I mean that's the whole point of this, is to just get people to start talking to us. We want to hear if you like it. We want to hear if you don't actually as well, because heck, some feedback is always good as long as it's constructive. So yes, please help us get the word out. Please help us to get people to know about us. So one thing that we haven't mentioned is that we are looking to start going to local conventions as well. We're based in the UK, so if you do see us or see us at a convention, come over and say hi. But the other side of things is as well, if you're feeling generous, we do have a Patreon. We're not asking you to give us your life savings, but $1 if you can. I mean, there's stuff on there. There's milestones that we want to try and reach. It's basically to help us with things like advertising. But there's also, if depending on what you're able to give. Are some cool bits, such as character sketches and things like that, if you're interested.
We are currently looking to improve upon the tiers for the Patreon, but one thing we need to know is, can the rewards we would like to give you be a viable reward? Because obviously the amazing talented Yi has a lot on her plate to actually make Kingdom Star viable. If she can't generate the rewards, then it's something we can't offer. So we have to make sure that whatever we offer is something we can actually provide. Right.
We don't want to let you down.
We don't want to let you down. So that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for listening to our waffle. And we hope you enjoy Kingdom Star. Please spread the word.
Yep. Thank you. What he said.